Worldline GoPay Direct SDKs. Client SDKs JavaScript. Our client SDKs help you securely collect payment details inside your app or website to send to our platform. We provide client SDKs for several platforms, including JavaScript, Android, Swift, Flutter, and React Native. These SDKs run directly in your customer's browser or mobile app. They handle sensitive payment data safely and prepare it for processing. While each SDK is built for a different platform, they all follow a similar basic flow. To illustrate this, we'll walk you through that flow using the JavaScript SDK as an example. Initialize SDK. First, start by configuring and connecting your application to the server API. Your application will need to ask the server to create a session when a user initiates a payment. The server will then return the following session information. Next, pass this information to the client application. You can use this data to create an instance of the SDK object on the client side. Fetch possible payment methods. The next step is to get and display the possible payment options. Use the previously created SDK instance to invoke the getBasicPaymentProducts method. It will fetch you a list of basic payment product instances that you can use to display the available payment methods. Fetch and display payment method details. Once your customer selects a preferred payment method, use getPaymentProduct to request the information they need to provide for the payment. The displayed response is an example of a standard card payment. However, some payment products allow customers to store their credentials for recurring payments. This data is stored as an account on file or a token. The created session contains all the saved tokens. You can fetch these tokens and use them to display saved cards on the payment page using this code. Validate provided data. After the customer enters their payment information, you need to validate all the instances of the payment request field. You can find this object inside the payment request and can supply its values with the following code. Then, start by validating the field values. Pay attention to the expiry date format for credit card payment products. Depending on the settings in your merchant account, the expiry date may be required in one of two formats. Finally, the payment request calls validation on each of its payment request field instances. These use their internal validation logic to verify that field values meet all requirements for a specific card type and merchant settings. After validation, you will also get a list of validation errors you can display to your customers. Each validation error message contains the error message and error type for each field to make displaying appropriate feedback easier. Validations are defined in the payment product field, contained within each payment request field, and return validation error message such as, card number is an invalid format. Encrypt and transfer payment data. After validating the payment request, encrypt the request and send it to your server application. Finalize transaction. After encrypting the customer data, the client SDK's job is done. Now send the encrypted object to your server and use it to make a create payment request with the server SDK. Then, provide it with the encrypted data to finalize the payment. Finally, pass the information to your client application to display the transaction result to your customers. Get Worldline's GoPay Direct SDKs from our GitHub repository. For more detailed information on our client SDKs, please consult our official documentation.